Hey gamers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Ashnova Gaming and welcome back to The Witcher Wild Hunt. So in the previous episode, you might remember that we actually had an audience with none other than the Emperor of the strongest kingdom this day, and you can say the ruler of half of the world, Emhyr Var Emreis, ruler of Nilfgaard. He is currently here in occupied Vizima, and as you can see over here, Temerian lilies are being brought down and they are changed with the Nilfgaardian sun. And if you have been my very old viewer and you might have seen the Witcher Enhanced Edition series, then you might definitely know this place from the ending of the main storyline. Well, anyways, now since we are here, so in the previous episode we talked to Emhyr Var Emreis and he told us that he has got a job for us, and job is none other than we have to find Ciri. That's right. Geralt's daughter, Emhyr's own daughter, and Geralt's kind of a foster daughter, is back, and Emhyr Var Emreis wants us, Emperor wants us to find her. Okay, so we have talked about him, everything, and now we have to talk to Yennefer. Finally, I think we can talk to Yennefer and get some, stuff done. We want her to explain what is going on over here.
Yes,
So,
and transcribe. The true authority in Novigrad is not the city council or the merchants guild, but the Church of the Eternal Fire and the criminal underworld.
A Sword for Witches. This is the same book, right? Yeah, this is the same book.
Similar ruthlessness.
Pearls of the North, Novigrad. There's a lot of books here to read, actually. Novigrad. No one can claim to have traveled the Northern Realms who has not been to Novigrad. If I were forced to list what during my many miniaturings had made the greatest impression on me, it would be precisely this great and yet at the same time free city. A metropolis worthy of the Empire, its only flaw is that the civilization Nilfgaard carries within her has not yet enlightened it. That is why hordes of reactionary cultists of the Eternal Fire dwell in the midst of its excellent buildings and superb commercial infrastructure. One feels as though superstition is how the local hierarch and his temple guards cemented their power over the city dwellers, and many there are to control, for the city counts no less than 30,000 of inhabitants. While strolling through its fabulous forts surrounded by marvels of architecture, it's hard to imagine that centuries ago Novigrad was a mere minor elven townstead. When the city fell into the hands of Nordlings, its problems grew exponentially, for as it is well known, the people of the north can do a great many things, but peaceful and orderly cohabitation is not one of them. And so Novigrad first belonged to Redania and then fell under Temerian rule, until finally, after endless compromises and bargains, it at last became a free city. So that means we can say that this book is written by a Nilfgaardian. But is the city truly free? I dare to doubt it. Redanian influence makes itself felt too strongly on every street corner, and the fact that the city is located within Radovid's territory speaks for itself. While wandering the city streets, I come across 4 watermills, 8 banks, and nearly 19 pawn shops. There are also a great many houses of simple pleasure, such as taverns and brothels, and Novigrad's commitment to matters of faith is borne witness to by the fact that the city contains no less than, I kid you not, 19 temples of the Eternal Fire! What the frick? Hold on, we will read that book again. I mean, yeah, definitely again. Novigrad, where it is. So what are you trying to tell me is that in this entire world, as you can see over here, very, very big. This is Novigrad and Velen both at the same time. So in this entire freaking city, this small city, there are 19 temples of eternal fire. And one more thing, how I noticed how many notice boards there are. 19 notice boards. 19 church and 19 notice boards. Bro, it is going to be quite some stuff to do there. Then Skellige Isles, it has got 8 notice boards, and Duchy of Toussaint has got 8 notice boards. So Velen and Novigrad is the main place, I guess. 19 notice boards. White Orchard, we have completed everything, so we are not going to look at that. Okay.
Falling behind.
You know what? I'll write the report myself. You'll need only prepare a clean draft. Intrepid.
What shall become of Temeria? Temeria, a land where milk and honey once flowed, in what did she wrong the gods, that they should treat her so cruelly? The Pearl of the North to some, she proved a galloping range for Nilfgaardian cavalry to others. As a country, it has survived two previous wars against the Empire. Yep, there have been two great wars. It was here that the war's bloodiest battles were fought. It was in Temeria where the most bestial deeds were wrought. It was Temerian civilians who bore the full brunt of these wars. Horror. Yeah, that is true. Redania, Kedwin, all these, they are on the other side of the mountains. I think the Pontar Valley, they are on the other side, while Temeria is this side, which is kind of close to Nilfgaard. So no matter from where Nilfgaard attacks, the very first country to get attacked by, to take the first blow, is is Temeria. And bear them we did, bravely and steadfastly, until the demise of our great protector, King Foltest. Then Providence turned its fickle face from Temeria, murdered most treacherously. Foltest failed to leave Temeria a worthy successor, and so all manner of a curse soon fell upon her. Tearing her apart like so much carrion, she had no more allies then. None remember that we had once been the armor protecting the north from the designs of the mad dancer. He who had the gravestones of his foes pounded into a ballroom floor. A free and independent Temeria is no more. A dark-faced sun looms over her every rampart, yet we Termarians live on and always will, always will. As long as folk believe the usurper who took our beloved capital Vizima to treat as his property will forever peer over his shoulders in fear, for in the shadows lurks not one dagger, but the power of a nation of daggers, waiting to deal justice blow. So these guys, these rebellions, just like, so now the Temerians are Scoia'tael. You might remember Scoia'tael, the rebellion group. We call them the terrorist group. They are the ones who used to live here in all these lands before humans came over here and captured everything. They took over the elves, and elves became Scoia'tael. Just like that, how elves became rebellious group who are fighting humans to get back their land. Now Temerian soldiers or Temerian people who are still loyal towards Temeria, and they are loyal to the extent that they are not ready to accept Nilfgaard as their new empire, as their new kingdom. They are ready to fight against Emperor Emhyr and the entire Nilfgaard from the shadows, just like how Scoia'tael used to do it. Bro, Scoia'tael is completely sidelined into this. Scoia'tael was the very big problem of the northern kingdoms back in the days, but now we have got much more bigger problems. Scoia'tael is completely sidelined. Like even if Scoia'tael, if we find Scoia'tael here and there, they are out of the picture now. They were one of the main threats in the previous games, and now they are completely out of picture. It's all about Nilfgaard. It's all about humans now. Royal lineages of the north. Cyrilla Fiona Ellen Rhiannon, born in 1251, heiress to the throne of Sintra, Princess of Bruges. Cyrilla, does mean Ciri? Bruges and Duchess of Sordon, heiress to Inez at Skellig and Inez and Skellig, and suzerain of Echere and Abyara, daughter of Peveta, see Peveta Fiona Island, and the Urcheon of Erenwald, see Emiavar Emilis, yeah. Granddaughter of the famous lioness of Sintra, Queen Selentha, see Selenthi Fiona Rhiannon. A shipwreck occurred during a journey from Sintra to Skellige, which took the lives of Urcheon and Peveta. Cyrilla's further upbringing was then entrusted to her grandmother, not granddaughter. In 1260, afraid of the looming Nilfgaardian threat, Queen Selentha sent Cyrilla to the court of King Erevyll, Erevyll of Verdun, where the heiress of Sintra was to marry the heir to the throne of Verdun, Prince Kistrain. Though allying with Verdun and gaining the aid of that realm's army was at the time Calentha's top priority. No marriage ever occurred, and Cyrilla returned to her grandmother's court. In 1262, during the so-called Sintra massacre, Cyrilla went missing. So that means that Emhyr's daughter Cyrilla, the girl that we are talking about, she was someone else's daughter, and she got even Emhyr Emrys is not his main father. Like he has also adopted her from someone, and he did that solely for the court purposes. Okay, I think you guys are done now. Ambassador War attire. Portrayal of the elder races. This might be non-humans. Yup, I knew it. What is a non-human? The answer is simple. As the very name suggests, it is something which resembles and yet nevertheless is not a human. Though it walks on two legs, speaks a tongue similar to our own, and dresses in similar attire, it all the same has more in common with base beast than nobleman. Dwarves are like moles. They feel best underground and avoid direct sunlight. They like to live in filth and forever smudging themselves in mud and slime. They love everything that can be found within the earth, rocks, metals, minerals of all shape and color. It is also said that they are kindred moles. They feed most readily on worms, roaches, and other night crawlers. What the hell? So this is a complete, you can say one of those. You might have seen a lot of these conspiracy theorists, how they just want to spread chaos. They don't want to look at the facts or fiction. They don't want to differentiate between facts and fictions. They just want everyone to believe whatever they are thinking, just like the thing that is going on with witches. Everyone thinks that witches are monsters. They are these little children who got abducted and gone through some unholy rituals. That is the same thing going on over here, but with other non-humans. All the elder races means, guys, dwarves, you can say halflings over here, and elves. Halflings, for their part, are more reminiscent of goofers. Fat, lazy, and loud in that typical rodent way, their minds are filled only with thoughts of food and drink, which they steal from other nobler beasts and greedily squirrel away in their hovers. They are marked by a cruel craftiness. You could be dying of hunger and they would not share a meal with you. Really? You could be hiding from poverty and they could be swimming in gold. And yet, they would still fleece you to the last crown. You could do nothing but good to them, and they would still stab a knife in your back. Last crown. Crown means Nilfgaardian. So some Nilfgaardian person might have read this. I cannot say that for sure, but might be. Elves in turn seem related to the birds of prey that dwell in far off Zerikania. What the hell? How do you? They care most for colored feathers. No. They would most rarely spend all day staring at the reflections in the water and singing their own praises. They are so awash in self-love that they no longer feel any desire towards members of the opposite gender of their own species. What? No, that's not true. You guys remember Morris? I mean, Morrill, not Morris. Morrill from The Witcher 2. She got abducted by Leto. I mean, sorry, not Leto. I'm freaking being confused. Not Leto. Who was the guard of Flotsam? I forgot the name. Bernard Lorido. She got abducted. And there was this another elf who was in love with her. We heard the another elf and Cedric talking with each other. I forgot the name. Their appearance, unquestionably pleasant to the eye, is highly misleading, but they are extraordinarily cruel, and any who judge them by looks alone, they first dupe and then kill in cold blood. The best proof of this? The so-called Squirtle. Yep. Go for anything. If they do anything wrong, blame the Squirtle. Even if an elf is not a part of it, go blame them. Directly or indirectly. Indirectly or even not indirectly, just because their blood is elf, they look like elf, bro. They are Squirtle bandits. Wow, that is so cool. Bandits that claim to be fight for freedom, but in truth only long to kill humans. All these wild so-called elder races are, to our great fortune, slowly dying out. Really? Their population's dwindling? Joy fills the heart of every right-thinking man at the thought that his great-grandchildren will never know them. That in their day, dwarves, halflings, and elves will be more fairy tale characters used to scare young, impressionable children. Seriously, guys, what if? Yeah, that is actually kind of true. I mean, obviously, it's not true. We have got scientific evidence over here. But what if? Let's just imagine that our history, Earth history, had elves, dwarves, and halflings, and we killed all of them, and now they're just there for our fairy tales. What if elves really existed? Obviously, they don't exist. We have got proof, scientific proof. But still, that is actually quite a really good thing to just imagine. You know. All right, Yennefer, you have got some explaining to do.
Geralt, that tunic, you look positively smashing.
Dying to take it off.
I'd consider that a proposition under different circumstances. One I might even take you up on. But we've matters to attend to.
Not
now,
even.
Do you understand why I'm at Emir's court?
Yeah.
And seems we're in the same boat now. Ciri, she's really back? No chance he's mistaken?
Look, that's more or less what she looks like now. Or so our agents claim.
Oh,
Our little witch has grown into a young lady.
she's beautiful. That's gorgeous. So they're our agents now? Yeah, we'll go. I really don't like Yennefer. Huh? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not judging her by I don't know. Why didn't she find me or something? She's a sorceress.
So they're our agents now? My, you've clearly settled in quick.
Geralt, don't twist my words.
I
I
seriously hate
know
her.
who Emir is. He started this war and its bloodshed. He had my friends killed. But I haven't any other choice. So please, let's not belabor the pros and cons and instead
What
focus on
choice that you
finding
didn't
Ciri.
had?
All right?
Right. Emir said the Wild Hunt's after her. I'd find that hard to believe before what happened yesterday. How did they track us down?
Because of me. You see, I've spent months searching for Ciri, using locating spells, haruspicy, geomancy, anything, really. I knew the Wild Hunt might sense it, perhaps even find me, but I thought I'd tricked them.
Well, guess you were wrong.
I've sensed them on my trail, hunting me, for some time. If not for you and Emir's soldiers, they'd have gotten what they were after. I can't risk another encounter like that. It's time to put away the magic, turn to more traditional methods. To the best tracker I know. You must find her, Geralt. Before the Wild Hunt does.
Why Wild Hunt want? Yeah, that is the thing. What's the Wild Hunt want from Ciri? We all had that question in The Witcher 2 as well.
The Wild Hunt. What could it want from Ciri?
I've no clue, Geralt. Might have written them to ask, but I don't have their address.
Shut up.
I know as much as you do. It must be about her blood. Her gift.
The Elder
As for
Blood.
what the Hunt wishes to do with that gift, I'd prefer not to think about it, really.
So where's Ciri been seen exactly?
In two places. Velen and Novigrad.
Okay.
The trail in Velen is most promising. You should make that your first stop. Ask for a merchant named Hendrik at the inn at the crossroads. One of the Emperor's agents. He should get in touch with you.
That's it? No passwords? Secret handshakes?
None. Sorry to spoil your fun. Your boyhood fantasies about the crafts of the trade. All we have in Novigrad are unconformed reports, rumors. But there you will have the help of our mutual acquaintance. Triss Merigold.
Oh,
Apparently she's got a cozy flat on the main square.
wow.
Sure she'll be delighted to see me. What about you? What will you do?
I shall sail for Skellige. There was a magic explosion there recently, blew half a forest down. I believe this had something to do with Ciri. I'll be in Caer Trolde. Join me there once you've learned something.
Why didn't you contact me earlier? Yeah, that is the question that I'm having
One
right now.
thing before we go. Why didn't you contact me? Didn't need me? Didn't even want to see me?
I didn't want to spoil things. I'd heard you and Triss made a great couple.
Oh,
Yen, I'd lost my memory.
Really? That's your excuse?
she's jealous.
Let's drop it, all right? It's not what you think, or it helped me understand how much I love you. I don't wish to hear it. Any of it.
Guess this means we need to split up again. Not my preference, but I understand. Clock's ticking.
It is indeed. So why don't I teleport you to Velen, get you there at once?
Not gonna happen. I'll go on horseback, as soon as I can get changed.
Have it your way? Oh, and you really look quite dashing in black velvet.
Think so? Maybe I can have some of my armor lined with it. Good luck, Yen.
Same to you. And if you wish to learn what's happened in the world while you and Vesemir roamed the wilderness, talk to Ambassador Varatra. That's him over there. And Geralt, I know it's wartime, but try not to be a hero, all right? Just check those leads and come back to me, in one piece. I shall be waiting.
Okay.
Yes?
Character entry added. Trust Marigold. Cyril. Whoa. What the hell you? Wow. I love this. That is a teleportation portal. And look, all the books just went over there. Okay, so Cyrilla, there we are all going to look for her. We have to go to Novigrad and Velen, both the places, and she has went off to Skellige Islands, and we cannot go there right now, which is understandable. Okay, anything over here of use? Orange! Why do we still have orange over here? They're not the currency anymore. Okay, so we have to talk to Ambassador. Later found in Yennefer's chest. My dear friend, if you are reading this, it means you have found the chest I mentioned to you in my previous letter. You'll be pleased to know if its contents belong to you. This was the chest. I was looking for the chest in the main courtyard. Come on. I was going to come here anyway. What is the need for all those instructions, man? Oh, Hendrik. Trace, look at wow. Dandelion! What the hell? That's Dandelion! I mean, I know him. I already saw him still. It freaking, I don't know what to say. Dandelion. He always, I don't know what to say. I'm completely I'm completely lost for words. Cyrilla, she looks beautiful. Okay, where is the book? Where is the book? I mean, where is the letter? Yeah. After I spoke with the Emperor regarding additional resources to aid in your quest, he was willing to part with these items from his personal collection. Personal collection? The armor from Dol Blathina is a rare piece that marries the strengths of Nilfgaardian and Elven craftsmanship. Apparently, Francesca accepted Amir's offer of Nilfgaardian trade for her forces, but despite his attempt to significantly bolster an ally in the fringes of the Northern Realms, only a portion of his aid ever reached its destination. To no one's great surprise, the elves were unimpressed with what human steel they did receive and thus refashioned the armor to their liking. They'll finally have the opportunity to masquerade as the Queen of Dol Blathina's personal guard. It is a dream I know you speak of often. Really? As for the second set of armor, the Emperor proved far more cryptic. He claims they were diplomatic gifts from distant kingdoms. The tiger armor is specifically designed to suit a Western ruler, obviously a Mir in this case. It was forged in the ancient style of blacksmith who stole the secrets of its constructions from the gods, or so the legend goes. And finally, the swords, to my eye, they resemble a Redanian saber, though I'm no expert. These blades supposedly once belonged to a hero of myth and mystery. The man forged a pact with Vixen spirit, and through her blessing was granted the ability to slay the monster that had long plagued this village. As you can see, he carried both a steel and silver sword, a fact I thought might pique your interest. Oh, seriously? That might have been a Witcher. Unfortunately, legends are all I can offer. Amir was stingy with the details, even more so than usual. It's a shame because I must admit I haven't the faintest idea where they might originate. That being said, I do believe Zircania and Ophir can be ruled out. Dear friend, I trust you appreciate my efforts to help. Use these gifts as you can see fit. I hope they will hasten your search for that which we have lost. Your friend, Yennefer. I seriously don't see her as a friend right now, to be honest. Okay, now what is the armor that we have got? Oh yeah, we cannot open the oh, I took all the oh no, this was the camera. I cannot see the armor right now. Okay, I got Hunter's Gauntlets, I got Hanged Man's Venom, Sword for Witches, which I've already read. This is like the third book that I got of Sword for Witches. Look!
Scars healed nicely.
Oh, she had scars on her face? I did not see that. Lunar shots. The Last Wish. There was also a book that I saw somewhere while I was talking to you guys. The Last Wish. Human life requires three things for its sustenance: a food, drink, and gossip. It is thus no wonder that no matter where I travel, be it this is a traveler, this guy, and he has traveled to multiple places. Be it Temeria, be it Novigrad, be it Zerikania. Quite a traveler. It is thus no wonder that no matter where I travel, be it Icebound Hovis or even Green Toussaint, everyone asks me about the passions that bind what Geralt and sorceress Yennefer of Vengerberg. As a man both cautious and discreet, I refuse to betray their secrets with one. Oh, this might be Dandelion. Okay, this might be Dandelion. This is not the Traveler. As a man both cautious, I refuse to betray their secrets with one important exception. The history of their first encounter is so extraordinary, so romantic and moving that it would be a veritable crime to hide its light beneath a bushel basket. Indeed, had I not witnessed these events in person, I would never believe there was a room in our grim and dark world for such fantastic marvels. Oh, this might be the story when Geralt and Yennefer met for the very first time. It all began when Geralt and I were feeling a bit peckish and unburdened by heavy coin pouches. Decided to fish our supper out of a lake. No bites were to be had, but we didn't leave empty-handed. My hook snagged quite a lovely little pot. Obviously, to my friend's warning, I opened it and, in doing so, freed a powerful gin. Without giving it much thought, I set about proclaiming my wishes. Before I could get to three, however, the jinn irritated. I see now in hindsight at being issued demands so soon after waking began to throttle me. Geralt was able to drive him off, but I was left in a sorry state. I acted the Witcher told me later as though under the influence of some curse. Clearly, the help of an expert in the magic arcana would be needed. It was our good fortune that Yennefer of Vengerberg happened to be staying in a nearby village. Geralt went to her to ask that she heal his best friend, who happened also to be the brightest star in the North Poetic firmament. Yennefer, however, was more interested in the jinn, which she wanted to trap with magic servitude, than in his victim. And it should be said, played the Witcher like a well-strung mandolin, yet rather than grow angry at being used in such a calculating manner, he fell white head over muddy boots in love with her. What happened then? Well, I won't go into details. Suffice to say that Yennefer's plans hardly delighted the Jinn, and without his cooperation, she proved unable to tame it. The sorceress would surely have met a tragic end and taken all of Rent along with her, had Geralt not rushed to her rescue. For once he did not draw either of his blades to send the Jinn packing, he had but to pronounce the third and final wish. He could have asked for anything, wealth, fame, power, but instead he asked the Jinn to bind his fate to that of arrogant yet intriguing sorceress from Vangerberg. Oh, so that is how. So it is a Jinn's wish that is binding Yennefer and Geralt together. So that is how even the Wild Hunt couldn't cut that bind off when Wild Hunt took Geralt along with them. Geralt survived that. Julian Alfred Pancratz, Viscount of Lytton Hovey, born 1232, award-winning poet, playwright and troubadour, frequent performer at the courts of Niederber, Vizima, Wenslav, and many other nobles and notables, alumnus of Oxenford Academy. Julian Alfred Pancratz. Is this not Dandelion? Or Dandelion must have changed the names just to hide his name or something. I don't know, man. But that is actually a really good story. I also did found another book. Oh yeah, this one. The Collected Words of Gonzalo de Verisio. Love. To love is to build a house of cards or play a game of chess. But one wrong word or ill thought move and you must start it all afresh. Tide. Whenever I watch the tide recede, cold coils of fear grip round my heart. Will the sea sneak back calm and sure in the dark of night as they have before? Or they will stay on distant shores, leaving crushed shells and washed up dreams? As memory of so your. I don't understand that. It's a rusty bread knife. Sword for witches. This is the fourth book I got. Ooh, finally a good book with the Wild Hunt. From farmers and earthmen, milkmaids to midwives, all the common folk of the continent whisper, sharing tales of a wraithly procession pounding across the sky. The Wild Hunt, they call it. Winds and gales, storms and blizzards arises when it is sighted, and all grows cold. Though the sun shone bright moments before, some may remember only the cold from the shock of the encounter and claim the riders come always in winter. But now this is not so. The Wild Hunt brings its own eyes. Yeah, that happened. When the hunt came over there, they attacked us. Freaking hell, it started snow falling all of a sudden. Death and war gallop in its wake, and so also the superstition goes. Yet evil enough is the hunt itself. It takes 4 captive youths, most often in the prime of their wilding years, with 10 or 20 summers behind them. The hunt rushes in and they disappear only to return long years later with no memory of what passed in the time between. Letter to Yennefer. Jennifer, my dear friend, thank you for your letter. Forgive me for not answering your earlier attempt to reach me via Megaphone. I'm trying to limit my magic communication to the absolute minimum. One never knows who's listening, don't you agree? I'm delighted you have found a position at your gracious Emperor's court and wish you the best of luck in search for his daughter. It is good to know that Emir's intentions for her have become more, how shall I put it, mundane. Perhaps in these circumstances an agreement regarding the lodge will prove possible after all. Oh, so they're still thinking about the Lodge of Sorceresses after what happened with Sheila de Chanceville, what happened with Philip Eilhart, what happened in Loch Moine. You really want an agreement with the Lodge? I don't think in these circumstances anyone want to trust any sorcerer or sorceresses. In response to your first question, I can state beyond all doubt that Ciri has not appeared anywhere south of the Yaruga. Believe me, I could recognize her magic signature in my sleep. So, not just in north, that Yennefer and Geralt, that is us, we are over here looking for Ciri. Even in south, in Nilfgaardian's kingdom, someone, this Fringillo Vigo is actually looking. Fringillo Vigo, I might be wrong about that. Is actually looking for Siri as well. I've not had any contact with Triss for a long time. I only know that that things in Novigrad have taken an ill turn. She mentioned something earlier about fleeing to Covey, but I am afraid that in the current political climate, that amounts to an impossible daydream. I hope I will soon be able to join you in Vizima. First, however, I must take care of some unfortunate yet urgent matters in Claire. With my fondest regards, Fringilla Vigo Pierce. Thank you for the news about Geralt. He always seems to land on his feet, doesn't he? What the hell did Yennefer? You have told about me to other people? Sorry, I'm drinking a lot of water. I really need a lot of water right now. Royal Lineages of the North, I've read this one, so there's no problem with that. It is so good that they have changed a lot of book problems. Usually there are a lot of book problems, you have to keep them, you have to see how many books you have in your inventory. It's not that anymore. She Who Knows. Folks say there were four at first. The mother, she who knows, the lady of the wood, came here. Oh, the mother, the she who knows, the lady of the wood, came here from a faraway land, and since she suffered terribly from loneliness, she made three daughters out of dirt and water. A long, long time ago, the mother was sole ruler of all of Velen. Her daughters brought her the people's request and served as her voice. Each spring, sacrifices of grain, animals, and men were made to the Lady of the Wood on her special night. Lady of the Wood? That sounds like Lady of the Lake from The Witcher 1. Yet as the years passed, the Lady of the Wood slipped deeper and deeper into madness. Her madness eventually spread over the land. Men took to abandoning their homes and setting out into the bog, where they become food for beasts. Before long, Velen was drowning in blood. The daughters saw their land nearing destruction and took it upon themselves to save it. And spring came once more, and with it the night of sacrifices. They killed their mother and buried her in the bog. Her blood watered to the oak atop Ard Carabin, and from then on the tree grew wholesome and hearty fruit for the people. As for the lady's immortal soul, it refused to leave its beloved land, and so the sisters imprisoned it. To this day, it lies trapped beneath the Whispering Hillock, where it thrashes about in powerless rage. Whispering Hillock, Lady of the Woods. That kind of sounds like Lady of the Lake from the Witcher Enhanced Edition, where we used to go to the Blackthorn Island and find her. And what you know, a priest will actually had praying to her. She was the goddess of the guy, the goddess of the water people. Okay, let's see. Let's talk to Ambassador Var
Ambassador Var Etra?
Etra, sorry.
Yennefer suggested I ask you about current events, the war and so on.
Of course. The Emperor's servants should keep no secrets from each other. If you will, let us approach the map.
Okay. Oh, okay. How is the war going?
How's the war going? I mean, apart from the fact that Nilfgaard's triumph is imminent.
I assume this to be a private conversation. We've no witnesses, so let's dispense with the propaganda, even that shrouded in irony.
Ooh.
Our offensive was going splendidly until winter came. Edirne was in such disarray that we encountered no resistance.
Well done, man.
We had reached the Pontar before the first snows. Only a weakened Kedwin remained, and Radovid's Redania, which had ignored the rest of the North's pleas for help.
What?
We thought they'd sue for peace, perhaps even submit to vassalization. We waited for spring, certain of victory.
Radovid? Submit?
Yes, a vain hope, I agree. Radovid sent no peace envoys, nor did he advance on our positions. Instead, he trudged over the snow-bound Kestrel Mountains and attacked Kedwin, his ally. This attack took the Kedweni by surprise. They were still mourning the loss of their king.
Yeah, Henselt.
Rudderless and dejected, they laid down their arms after a few lost skirmishes and joined Radovid. And so by spring, instead of 2 weak enemies, we had only one powerful one.
What about Kovir? Or that's a note of admiration I hear. What about Kovir?
What about Kovir?
Kovir values its neutrality, enough not to lend its armies, or more importantly, even its coin to either side. Returning to the war, this spring there was a massive battle in the marshes of Velen. Massive, yet indecisive. Both sides suffered enormous losses, unprecedented even. Radovid has retreated across the Pontar. He's safe for now, until reinforcements arrive from the south. Then Emperor Emir Var Emrys will deal with him once and for all.
Couldn't you just go home? Save everyone a lot of marching, not to mention a few human lives.
I'm afraid the stakes are too high to fold now. We can only go all in.
Okay, I understand basically what happened. So basically, Aedirn is completely gone. It is destroyed. Nilfgaard is over here. Hold on. Show the map, man. Yeah, Nilfgaard is over here. They have kind of captured Temeria and Aedirn. And Aedirn is already being very problematic. You might remember Aedirn King, Damavent got attacked by Letho. And because of that, Aedirn grew very weak. There was a prince, Prince Stennis, but he also died. You might remember in Witcher 2 when the curse erupted where the entire battlefield turned into flames. That curse happened. In that curse, Prince Stennis also died. He couldn't survive the wraiths. After that, Aedirn was already fighting, like, not Aedirn the entire, but Dormag, I think, what was the name? Vergen was already fighting for a free Vergen. They were fighting, Saskia was fighting for a free Vergen. They didn't want to be either side. They didn't want to be with Aedirn, they didn't want to be with Kedwin. They just want to be completely free, independent state, just like this guy told about Kovir, that is over here. So, okay. Apart from that, so now Nilfgaard is over here on the doorsteps of Redania. And Radovid, the stupid piece of crap who was over here, I think, he attacked Kedwin. That was over here, which is actually not surprising because Kedwin and Redania already had got some problems, as Henselt during the Battle of Brenna, you might remember, during the Battle of Nilfgaardians, Henselt had delegations done with Nilfgaard as well. So Henselt, or you can say Kedwin, could have backstabbed, or you can say double-crossed the entire northern kingdoms. So in one way, Radovid did good thing by getting rid of Kedwin and joining with them. So now Radovid controls the entire north. So you can say that not the entire north, but half of north, and half of north is with Nilfgaard. So now there is only Radovid, none other than us. Kovir is still, Kovir, I think that is over here. That is still a free state, but I seriously don't think that's going to just stay there for long. Okay, that is what happened. And now Nilfgaard is over here waiting on the doorsteps of Redania. They are waiting for reinforcements from Nilfgaard, from the south, that is from Nilfgaardian, their own country. And as soon as the reinforcements come, they're going to go all into Redania. So this is their one final attack. They have to do it. They cannot go back. They cannot go back to their own country, which I can understand the situation kind of. If they go back, northern kingdoms, they will lose everything that they have sacrificed for in the northern kingdoms. And by the looks of it, it has been quite I think a year I think a year or a few months, the Nilfgaard has attacked. So they have actually caught a lot of area. So I don't think they can risk it. Okay, so let's see what's the situation in Velen.
How do things look in Velen?
As bad as ever, perhaps worse. This land never flowed with milk and honey, and now it flows with blood. Armies have swept through it several times, trampling fields, looting granaries, burning villages. Famine grips the populace.
So how's ruling that earthly paradise going for you?
Not well, to be honest. Our forces are spread thin as it is, and Velen is chiefly swampy forests that are difficult to control. We've had several patrols never return to their camps. Thus, we've temporarily delegated authority in this region to a certain Nordling,
Ooh,
a former low-ranking officer in the Temerian army, one Philip Strenger, better known by his nom de guerre, the Bloody Baron. I advise you well. Avoid him.
really? Okay, so Velen is completely under Nilfgaard's. It is a Nilfgaardian territory, and Nilfgaard is actually having a very hard time controlling Velen because of plague, famine, a lot of armies, a lot of people. They lost a lot of their men, and so a former Temerian soldier is now controlling the Temerian territory, which is captured by Nilfgaard for Nilfgaard. That is so shocking. Bloody Baron goes the name. I think that we are definitely going to meet him. Okay, Novigrad.
Any news from Novigrad? Is the free city still free?
Yes, although everyone knows this won't last. Radovid is in Oxenfurt, and the Emperor is here in Vizima, at Novigrad's doorstep, both. And both require coin and ships. Novigrad can provide these. Which is why the mood in the city is rather, well, on edge.
I can understand that.
How do men deal with fear? They seek reassurance and scapegoats. The Church of the Eternal Fire understands this perfectly, and so it promises to improve the lives of its flock by pointing out the guilty. Who started the war? Who profits from it? Why, it's obvious. Mages, elves, dwarves, in a word, any and all deviants. I've been stationed in Novigrad for 13 years. First as a consul, then as ambassador. I've seen a great deal. Cruelty, cynicism, greed. But what is happening there now concerns me greatly.
So Novigrad is in a complete bad shape. So Novigrad had 19, I think. 18 or 19 churches of eternal fire. What are you going to expect from that place? Somewhere over here, right? Okay, Novigrad is in really bad shape, we can say.
What's new in Skellige?
Nothing. The islanders pride themselves on that, don't they? Doing everything according to tradition, as their forefathers did. And like their forefathers, they quarrel with each other, pillage, occasionally attack our transports. This is cumbersome, but nothing more. Skellige has always been a footnote to history, and so it shall remain.
Okay.
Sound awfully confident. What if King Bran manages to unite the Jarls? Lead all the clans against your fleet?
King Bran is a feeble old man. From what I know, he barely remembers the names of his own vassals. Uniting all might prove difficult.
Okay, so Skellige is a completely new place for us. I don't know anything about this. So, basically what Skellige is going on, so apart from all the kingdoms that have got modernization, some modern technology and all, Skellige is still the old school kingdom. They still have got their traditions, their cultures, the customs. They are still following it. And pillaging each other, that's something.
Thanks for your help.
Think nothing of it. May the great sun light your path.
Yes, and may the eternal fire light my path. Something like that. Both great sun and eternal fire. That is a good combination, I guess. Okay, I have to retrieve my equipment from the Chamberlain. It is 44 minutes of me recording, so I think I will end this episode over here, guys. Imagine this. It's just a normal place over here. That is it. Oh, there is a quest available. It is just a normal place, and it took me like 1 or 2 hours. And I still don't know how much is left. So okay guys, I think that will be it for this video. In the next episode, we are going to continue. Let's see what is this quest is all about. And if we get the time, we will go to Velen. We'll see to that. Not right now. So okay guys, that will be it. That was actually a lot. Oh, what the hell? What the hell is this? It's some sort of laboratory? Scientific laboratory? They do kind of looks like cylinders, so I don't know. Might be. Okay guys, I think I will end this episode of... Oh, hold on a minute. I forgot to read about these characters. Initial reunion with Yennefer after 2 years were quite different than he had imagined. The sorcerers were not only safe and sound but had even secured the aid of an unexpected and mighty ally, the Nilfgaardian Emperor. Yennefer made it clear for the unrelenting Wildhunt. The series biography contained one more great secret. Natural father was none other than the Emperor. Natural father? No, it's not. His words confirmed from Freya's. Following an age-old tradition, we have read this. When Ciri's gift proved a curse as well. Because of it, she would one day have to hide. Yeah. Ciri's biography contained one more great secret. Her natural father was none other than Emperor of Nilfgaard, Emrys. His words confirmed the fear swirling in Geralt's mind. Ciri had returned and was in mortal danger, for the unrelenting Wild Hunt was on her trail. Yennefer made it clear why the Wild Hunt wanted Ciri. Eredin wanted the... Eredin? Oh, that is the king of the Wild Hunt. Yeah. Wanted the power latent in her elder blood. She also let Geralt know that Ciri had been seen in war-ravaged Velen, as well as in Novigrad, the largest city in the world. I'm here for Emrys. Okay. Triss Merigold. I always consider it a point of particular pride to count Triss Merigold. Look at her. She looks so different. Beautiful, I'm going to say, but still. that might anger Yennefer. Okay, well anyways, I always considered it a point of particular pride to count Triss Merigold of Maribor among my closest and dearest friends. This exceptionally talented sorceress was a shining star of her profession, the former mage advisor to King Foltest and a famous hero of the Battle of Sodden, known as the 14th of the Hill. Yet in no way did she resemble her often unbearably haughty sisters in magic. Her deft mind, warm smile, and considerable personal charm had always won over even the hardest of hearts. Though my personal relations with Triss never ventured beyond the Frenchenough, Geralt of Rivia at one point found her allure irresistible. From then on, the two shared feelings that ran far deeper than a superficial and fleeting fancy. Yennefer told Geralt that Triss had recently taken up residence in the free city of Novigrad. Isn't she a sorceress herself? How did she found her house in Novigrad? Because Eternal Fire churches are actually looking for sorcerers and sorceresses, anything deviant. Hendrik, considering the way Spice Corps of all stripes tend to function, Hendrik was undoubtedly not the man's real name. Nevertheless, that was the only appellation the Witcher knew for his Imperial Majesty's nose to the ground in Velen. After asking around, Geralt learned a Hendrik lived in the village of Heatherton. Okay, well that was something. I actually want to see the She Who Knows, the Lady of the World. So okay guys, I think I will end this episode over here. In the next episode, we will get our equipment from the Chamberlain. And I think we have to leave Vizima. Okay guys, that will be it. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you love this video, make sure to like it, share it with the friends, relatives, subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching guys. Take care everyone and bye bye.